What's going on, guys? This is Darian, and today we're going to be doing an in-depth review of the new 2DS XL. So the new 2DS XL came out on July 28th, retailed for 150 bucks, which is a pretty sweet price. If you consider the prices for used 3DS XLs from GameStop, which don't come with chargers, is $150. A brand new console that comes with a charger, and yes, it comes with the charger. It's a pretty good deal to me. So I know a lot of people are wondering, hey, so why would I want a 2DS XL and not a 3DS XL? It doesn't have a 2D. Well, in my opinion, this new console is much better in design than the 3DS XL. So it has a clamshell design, which was missing from the original 2DS, and I feel like it's executed much better. Here is the new 2DS XL, and let's compare it to a 3DS XL that I have right here. So the first thing you're going to notice when you close them, if you can see that, is that on the 3DS XL, it has this weird gap in the middle, and it kind of makes it look clunky to me. I don't know, maybe just my opinion, but I would much rather have this one. It's got a nice clean design. You don't get that real big gap, and it actually closes all the way, and it looks really nice. So the first thing you're going to notice right out of the box is how much lighter this feels than the new 3DS XL. Compared to this thing, the new 3DS XL feels like a brick. This thing is much lighter. It feels a lot better in hand to me. And then I'm also really digging this design that it has on here. So it's got this nice textured pattern on the new 3DS XLs. They're all kind of like that matte finish. And I really like this one. It really sets it apart design-wise from the other ones. So it's not just, oh, I got a 3DS XL that doesn't have the 3D on it. So this one definitely sets it apart. Aside from the texture on the top, the other things you're gonna notice is the quirky little design that this thing has. So right off the bat, you are going to notice that it has this extended hinge on the top. And I'm not sure how well you guys can see that, but a little right here in the middle on the hinge, you can see the exposed camera. Now the camera on the original new 3DS was actually at the top by the screen. This one is actually moved to the middle. So when you open it up, you can actually see that it's right here. Now it's a pretty odd placement for me. It's kind of hard holding it in hand and then trying to take a picture because you kind of have to adjust how you have it. But I mean, how often are you really going to use the camera? I mean, it's not going to replace your smartphone camera. So another thing you're going to notice on here is that this has the C-stick just like the new 3DSs do, as well as it also has these two back bumpers. It runs the same processor, and you're able to play the exclusive titles that you wouldn't normally be able to play on the original 3DS. Something also kind of weird and cool to me is the little mini stylus that comes with it. It's really small, like we're talking tiny compared to the one that comes on the 3DS. So for comparison, here is a standard 3DS XL stylus, and here is the new 2DS XL stylus. I actually don't mind the smaller one. I feel like this one actually fits better in my hand, and it works pretty well for what it is. Along the bottom as well, you're gonna notice the headphone jack, and you're gonna notice this enclosure type deal where the game goes. I actually really like this because I know when I was playing my original 3DS, I always felt like if I moved my hand too much, I was gonna make the game pop out. So it's nice that it's moved to the bottom, and it has this enclosure so you don't have to worry about the game getting popped out. Now, this thing does all the standard things that the regular new 3DS does. You can use amiibos on it, you can run the new 3DS XL games on it, It has the C-stick like I mentioned before and the extra buttons. So I'm guessing people are going to wonder, well, why should I consider this instead of getting the new 3DS XL? That comes with 3D, and it really comes down to a personal standpoint. Do you feel like you're going to use the 3D? I know when I first saw this design, I knew I really wanted it. And I actually thought this was a regular new 3DS XL, and I was like, I'll pass on it. I don't really want to spend $200. But then when I found out it was coming out for 150 bucks, I was all in. Now, I personally never really used the 3D on my 3DS. It was cool when I first bought it and used it like on the opening cinematics for like Pokemon Alpha Sapphire or Omega Ruby, but outside of that I just never really found myself using it. And put on top of that I didn't like the design of the regular 3DS, I knew I had to get this one when it came out. Now, what really draws me back to Nintendo handheld consoles is always the nostalgia. You can always count on them bringing back the classic games, and not them just bringing them back and recycling them, but bringing them back and modernizing them to work on the modern console. One of the series that I'm really in love with is Pokemon. I've been playing Pokemon since Blue, Red, and Yellow, and I've just been addicted ever since. Now, that being said, the only games in the series that I haven't played are Pokemon Black and White 2. I know you guys are going to be like, well, how can you say you're obsessed with Pokemon if you haven't played those ones? And that's just a long story, but I'm getting back into it, don't you worry. Complete Pokemon collection coming soon. Now, a couple games that I have that I really want to touch base on just to cover are Pokemon Sun. This game, to me, I didn't think I was going to like it at first. I didn't really like the whole structure and the different culture that it brought for it being in Hawaii, based in Hawaii. But I actually really enjoyed it. I thought the story was done excellently. The graphics are absolutely stellar for it being a Pokemon game, and I'm really excited for Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon to come out. Another game that I was a little apprehensive about was Super Smash Bros. On the 3DS. Now, I am a terrible Smash Bros. Player. Like, I am godly terrible, but I still have fun playing this, and it is really well optimized for the 3DS. And I love the fact that you can use the amiibos and get new characters. I went out and I bought Cloud because who doesn't love Cloud? Cloud is amazing. And I'm really excited to go ahead and play with him on Smash. So with the 3DS lifespan really coming to an end, I know some people were kind of surprised that they brought out another version of it, but I think this really appeals to the people who maybe they really love the console and they just didn't really find themselves playing on the 3D screen, just like myself. But when it all comes down to it and you're trying to decide, should I get the new 2DS XL or the new 3DS XL, it really does come down to personal preference. With the new 2DS XL, brand new out of the box, is going to cost you $150. It's going to come with a 4 gig micro SD card, and as well, it is actually going to come with the charger. Now, on the other hand, with the new 3DS XL, you're going to be able to find it in a wider variety of colors and special editions. The only real drawback is I'm not sure pre-owned through certain companies like GameStop if it comes with a charger or if you would need to go out and buy the charger yourself. So overall, I'm really excited that I ended up picking up the new 2DS XL. Like I said, I just really like the design. I like the way that it feels in hand. The only real disappointment I had was with the speakers, but that's not something that's a big deal to me because most of the time I really don't play with the music on anyways. Something I'm really hoping for is I'm hoping that they go the way of the new 3DS XL, and I hope they do some special editions and some just extra colors, because I know right now this is the only color out in North America. And in the PAL regions, I do believe they had the white and orange ones. I would really love to see a Ultra Pokemon Sun and Moon version of this. So that's gonna do it for this video today. I really appreciate you guys coming and checking out the video and checking out the channel. If you like the video, give it a like, give it a subscribe. If you have anything to say, put it in the comment section below. Any critiquing is good. Maybe I messed up on something, maybe you think I could do something better. I would love to hear it in the comment section. But that's the end of it here. Thank you for watching, and I'm out.